told Jonathan, tell Molly don't open them and don't be judgy. She'll judge them.
Yeah.
And so I've already opened them, but I haven't looked inside.
Hi, I'm Melony.
Hi, I'm Molly, and welcome to our channel.
We'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and perhaps even share. That would be a lot to ask, but we'd appreciate it if you would. And I'm going to say right off the bat, because I get questions each week, if you are looking for the Bible studies, we'll put it in the link below. It's on Psalms, and there's 6 weeks of them. You can watch them at your leisure. Anyway, if you're interested in that. Otherwise, we are going to get with it. We've got things to do today, but first I have to ask if anybody notices anything about me. Just look and see if you notice anything about me.
Well, because of a previous video, what I notice is your shirt. But
Well,
I know that your earrings. What's
okay, look at.
Oh, they don't match. Do they match? They don't match.
I just spent at like 10 minutes looking for an earring that I thought I had dropped.
And you were wearing it?
And I was wearing it the whole time.
Did you put the two
And
together?
I put the two together. And I've been searching high and low for that earring.
I thought this one had an attachment and the other one didn't.
No, so now I match. These are so big and swingy. Yeah, so I found my missing earring there.
Oh my! You said now I have one earring, and now I understand why you mentioned that.
Yeah. So I need a haircut.
That's the one
and hair
thing
color.
with my neck is I'm like, I can't wear some of those long earrings. It just hangs weird.
Well, yeah, because I have to hold my
shoulders
appropriately.
down.
All right, let's get into it today, because today we have a special. Oh, this will be if we get through that, then we'll get into this deliciousness. So. Tell them what we're doing.
Well, and I was seeing if Daisy, my sister, has messaged me back. Okay, so my little sister Daisy,
my youngest daughter,
she's going to be moving back.
Yay!
To a nearby community.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, not right next door, but, like, she's moving back to the area.
Yeah.
And we're so excited. And so she has purchased a few items for her new little duplex apartment situation happening. And, and because she's in transition, because she's staying with a friend right now to finish up her last week or so of her job. So she's in transition, and our house just happens to be kind of the transition phase of addresses for Sam, for Daisy.
Oh, no, I get Sam's mail too.
Yeah,
so
Sam,
he spreads the love
around. He does spread the love around. So Daisy had Amazon packages delivered to our house, and she told Jonathan, tell Molly don't open them and don't be judgy. She'll judge them.
Yeah.
And so I've already opened them, but I haven't looked inside.
All right. So we get to see what, and we asked her permission.
And
amazingly, she gave it.
She did give it. And I don't know if she's getting any more packages, but here are 2 that have come in.
But isn't she maturing and allowing us to open her packages?
Yes.
I see great strides towards maturity.
So I did open them, but I have not looked inside.
Okay. Let's see what she has ordered.
Box number 1. Oh my.
What is that?
Day. That is not for your new apartment. Unless they just package that sucker in.
It says Apple Watch?
Yes. I think she told me when she was down here last that hers is an older version.
Well.
But why would you get an Apple Watch off of Amazon and not from direct from Apple?
I have no idea. All I know is that girl is good with her money.
She is good with her money.
She would not have bought this unless things were perfectly right.
Is that for real what it is? I really think it is.
I would think so. It looks real.
I'll put it back in, I promise.
Yeah. Well, you know.
No, I don't want to,
let's
tear it open.
No. With her
I wanted to see
back,
what color.
We want her to
like us.
Yes, we don't want to mess up the relationship right off the bat. Okay. Well, wow.
Wow, Daisy.
Wow, Daisy on the Apple Watch. But that'll be a perfect accessory for work. So she's got to find a job when she gets here. She's been working at an orthodontist office, a big orthodontist office. And so she's hoping to get something in that field when she comes home. So those of y'all that are in the area, just shoot me a little text if you know of something.
Yes.
She doesn't want me to make a big deal about it or announce it on Facebook. And I promised I wouldn't, but I don't recall saying anything about putting it on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
A glass straw.
We've got a container of a package of glass straws. It's a 12-pack of glass straws. I think Daisy and I are similar in that we like a certain aesthetic. We want things to feel a certain way in our home. While other people are like, I don't know, this does the job. I don't care if it's this style or that style, this color or that color. You are more along the lines of, as long as it does what I need it to do. If it's a colander, I just need it to strain. And I'm like, but I want a collapsible colander that matches this, or it has this other function. I think through that kind of stuff.
No, not me.
I think Daisy and I do think through those things. So, shatter resistant 12-pack of glass straws.
For some reason, I feel like those are dangerous. Like, if you hit your tooth on it too hard, you could end up with glass in your throat.
Yeah. Well, it did say shatterproof, but maybe she would be okay with having 11, and we'll test a straw.
Okay. Glass straws. That's a different thing.
All right. What is this?
It says home collection. Bedding.
To be your night at night. Tumble dry.
What is that?
Well, it says it's a queen bedding.
Queen bedding.
And it says it's comfortable, but the thing that I notice is that the picture has nothing to do with a bed. Like, there's not a sofa with a blanket over it. This is not a bed. It's a table and some furniture and pictures on the wall. So that does surprise me. I'm assuming this is
like sheets, perhaps. It looks like it's kind of, maybe it could be some sheets.
Oh, maybe it is sheets.
So
it's a queen.
It's a very neutral color.
Yeah, that is Daisy, and I mean, I'm a neutral girl. I bet this.
Yeah.
These are like kind of jersey sheets is what it feels like.
Yeah, they feel like a t-shirt.
Like a t-shirt. Yep, that's what it is. But the picture on the front is not of a bed.
So she's starting to
nest.
Yeah, she's nesting. She's bringing things that make her happy. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Well, I guess that could be the end of our video right there if it weren't for the fact that I have been to some garage sales and I told Molly I'll have to share my finds. Now, these are things that Molly will totally not be interested in whatsoever, but they melt my butter in a big way, and so I'm going to show them. And I don't know how y'all will feel about it, but at one garage sale I went to, I spotted this box from across the way, and it says Barbie and Skipper. So that intrigued me, and inside were these Barbies and their accessories. And this is probably going to be very loud on that microphone, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Barbie and her accessories. So this was a lady who her childhood would have taken place mainly, I would say, in the 1960s. So these are her Barbies that she was selling. She sold the whole box and the accessories for $5.
Oh, wow.
For $5. She was just wanting to get rid of things, and she just wanted them to go. So I was thrilled to get them, and Hattie and I went through them together. But just this little outfit alone was worth the price of the box.
It's cute.
It's red velvet for Barbie. So, and it has the Barbie label.
They don't make things like this anymore.
Look, that's a metal.
I know.
A metal snap.
Hattie will have a prom dress type thing from Barbie, and it's already when the thread is coming out and it's raveling.
Yeah, they're not made well at all. So there's all kinds of clothes in here. Most of them have the Barbie tag in them, but look, how 1970s.
Yes.
Or late 60s or something is that? that's a pajama outfit, but that's pretty. What you would say back then is that would be groovy. Well, somebody may have handmade those. I don't see a Barbie tag in those.
Yeah, that's my
Anyway, they're super cute. Oh, look, it has a third piece. See, I get really excited about this stuff. Does that have a Barbie tag in it? No, so that might have been a handmade one, but they did a great job.
They did do a good job.
And mothers and grandmothers would sew these little things and stay up late at night and make things for their daughters, because that's just how the world worked. Some people bought their stuff, and some grannies would be sewing the Barbie clothes pretty faithfully. So let's see what's in here. Oh, I'm thinking Hattie may have taken one of the Barbies out. But no, that's okay. That's okay. But this, I believe, I looked it up, and it's Francie.
Those are some bangs.
Well, Hattie said that she looked a little bit creepy. And I don't know what made her more creepy than these others. But this one is some kind of sideswept somebody. But then I also mentioned to Hattie, which she thought was very disgusting, that the way you find out the age of them is to look right there on their derriere. See? But my eyes aren't good enough.
Let me see.
See if you can read what that says. But she thought that was absolutely disgusting that anything would be written on their rear end.
Okay, this says 1990. Oh, goodness.
No, it wouldn't be 1990.
No.
Is it 1966?
I feel like I need to get the light shining just. I might need a magnifying glass for that.
Well, I took its picture and everything, but look, here's a Skipper hanger and a Francie hanger and a Barbie hanger. But look, it
may be time for me to get glasses. 1969.
Okay, that might be it. That might be it. Because look at this tag.
Oh, 1968, December 8th. Yeah.
Can see. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. This whatever from 1968, the Barbie would have been $6.
I miss this part on Barbie dolls.
Yeah.
I miss that part so much, because the ones now you either buy and they can't bend their legs at all, and so when you're trying to sit them at a table or a couch, in her Barbie house, and then the other ones, they move too much, where if you're trying to change their clothes, they're so slippery, plastic, and their feet turn and everything, and I do wish they'd go back to this model.
But look at that, 2 pairs of gloves, and all through the years, what is that, 50-something years? People kept track of this stuff. Here's boots. And here, look, here's
What is that silver thing?
That's a little tiny purse.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I don't know if that was a real Barbie thing or not, but...
Well, what else, what would it have been?
It'd have been some kind of doll's purse. And I don't know why I get so fascinated with these, but I was telling Hattie that I had one Barbie doll, and it was a Skipper. It was the Skipper doll, and my grandparents bought it for us, and it was the most amazing thing ever, and that would have been probably in the late 60s, and I just thought she was wonderful. And Hattie said, "You only had one?" And I said, "Yes, we had one," and that was a big deal. And that Skipper doll, I had more fun, and she went on more adventures, and completely happy. Now, I do remember in the 70s, at some point, I got a platinum blonde PJ, and PJ was one of Barbie's friends, and I kind of wanted a Barbie, but I felt sorry for PJ because I thought she might be looked over, and I just felt like I needed to provide PJ a home. I was very attached to my things. What do you call that? They had feelings. Yes. And you never did you?
Oh, I played for hours with Barbies and stuff, but maybe not in the same light as that.
I don't remember you liking dolls very much at all.
I didn't like dolls. I loved Barbies.
But for a short time.
I did grow out of it eventually, but...
No, what you did like was the American Girl dolls.
I liked the American Girl dolls, but y'all bought me a Barbie Dream House.
gosh, we were good parents.
Yeah, and I loved it, and it made its way into my room, and I could pretend and come up with stories. Yeah, I have a great imagination. Hattie and I, we have that in common, and in you, I mean, we have great imaginations.
Yes.
Now, the issue is if I go in there to play Barbies with Hattie, she tells me how I'm supposed to pretend.
Yes, she does.
And I want to pretend how I want to pretend.
Yes, and she doesn't quite understand that.
Another thing I do like about these are the eyelashes.
Yes, she was intrigued that they had real eyelashes.
Real eyelashes. And that one I don't think does. The creepy looking one. Are they real?
Yes.
Oh, maybe her eyes are just so brown that it's hard to...
Yeah, they do. They have
hard
real
to see,
eyelashes.
but...
Yeah, that one too.
I love it.
Yeah. So they have a different look now. Now they make Barbies in all sizes and shapes and everything else.
I can be okay with not having a standard because we're not in standard, but it's gone overboard because now if you accidentally buy a Barbie that's a different size, then you can't interchange outfits.
So they have to have a whole nother
whole other wardrobe.
Oh, so that they've made
See,
it into
it's
a
kind of like
maker.
I'm not saying you shouldn't be plus sized or real thin. I'm saying why can't we just have one size and it be somewhere in between and have the clothes fit all of them?
Yes, because because that's
Can
a
you
big
imagine
investment.
a granny back in the day going, well, this one's for this Barbie and this one's for this Barbie.
Wow. That would be rough. Now, this was at another sale, and she came down. I got this whole box of stuff for $10.
Wow.
You're not even impressed.
I feel like you spent $10 on that.
Yeah, really? This is like gold.
To you.
First, look at that old-fashioned picture. Isn't that sweet? I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's just, look at that little old-fashioned baby. Yeah. Okay, but in this box, there are all kinds of paper dolls. Did you ever do paper dolls?
Yes, you had bought me some paper dolls. Like you punch them out, like they would be connected and you kind of punch them out.
Yes. Yeah. There's a note on this one. Look, there's a whole letter. Hi, Renee. I sent out there are many really good qualities I like in you. Well, my goodness, see, this is what I love. Look, there's a whole letter. When are you coming out here? If you don't go to California? I love this doll and her clothes. They are all, what? I don't know what.
Where are you seeing that?
I love this doll and her clothes. They aren't all sexy. Wow.
Well, and she said up here that she got a job. She's waitressing from 5:30 p.m. to 11.
Oh.
So I wonder if it's like an older sister, an aunt, or a cousin, or...
She says, okay, I didn't send you money. I don't know how I got enough, but I did.
I counted it. I got home with 98 cents left. Maybe the money appeared as an omen? Us and our omens.
Well,
is that how you say that, omen?
Yeah. Well, take care of yourself. I wish you the best in your decision making. This sounds like something from an annual.
Oh, I didn't need your money.
I didn't need your money. She made it through the week apparently and had 98 cents left over. No, you couldn't pay. That's worth the $10 right there, Molly. Look at this. But, so she must have had a younger sister, and so she sent her these, look at that, sketchy.
Okay, but what are you going to do with this?
Well, I'm doing this with it. Let's enjoy this together.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that when, God forbid...
What? When I pass on?
And what am I... And then I'm going to get it.
Oh, this is great. And here's Sketchy. Look, here is Sketchy. Right there. Now that is good.
Did you cut off the tags? Oh, the tags are like... There they are.
Yeah. Okay, but Molly, that's not all. Here, put Sketchy's clothes back in. As if that wasn't enough, let me tell you. These, I always loved wedding paper dolls. Just look at the clothes. They're just fabulous. They're fabulous.
This is what happens when you give a child only one Barbie.
Yes.
They become older and then they start collecting paper dolls.
Yes, and I'll probably have a garage sale and sell these. But look, there's guys in here and ladies. These are her bridesmaids and brides and grooms. And they're all like, here, help me get her back in.
Oh, watch out for her hand. Okay.
Okay. So, look, but this is just, look, here's her wedding dress, Molly. Somehow that goes on her. Anyway, I think it's all good, and I think my granddaughters will enjoy looking at it with me. Hattie will look, and if that's not enough, here's the 101 Dalmatians, and you
stand-up figures.
Yes, and you get to set them up, and you get to dress all the characters, and look, you get to slip the TV pictures
and
into
change
the
out what
screen.
they're watching.
Yes, y'all, this was good. This is good stuff. I don't care what she says about it. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Some people are going to be so bored, but there will be others of you that will just enjoy this. Look, Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty. And what does it say that year is?
1959.
1959. And it survived.
When were you born?
I was not born in 1959.
No, but when were you born?
Oh, in 61, the end of 61. Look at that. The dolls are still there. See, whoever this child was, they took good care of their stuff. And all of the princess and prince clothes are right there. And then here are some
fairies?
I don't know who these girls are, but I'm glad they're here. And then these are all just kind of random, very old. Look at the artwork. I mean, seriously, Molly, look at that artwork. It's so good and so happy. Isn't that cute? Look, Luke's in a purse. And they had sweet faces. Look at there. Sweet face. This looks like some kind of movie star. Kathy? Maybe she was one of the Lennon sisters.
Is this something that you put, like, yarn in? Like, why are there holes?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, do you decorate her?
Oh, maybe you...
Are there clothes that have, like...
Look, that one has holes in it.
Is that how you attach the outfit?
Wow, because there's no tabs on it. Maybe those are super, super old. Yeah, look, this shirt has holes in it. And apparently these must have belonged to Mary Jan.
Well, this one says our Pat. So they probably got together and said, okay, this will be mine, and then you take this one.
Here's Betsy Ann.
There, that matches up, I think.
So maybe you had to sew that brand on. I don't know. Oh, here's a little Red Riding Hood outfit. It has holes in it as well. Y'all, if y'all know who this is, some of y'all may have had these as kids. But there's a lot in here with the holes in it.
Yeah, it's like before tabs came along.
Oh, but the styles are so cute. Look at this girl. This is doll 4. And they've named her, but I do believe these may be the Lennon sisters. Kathy and Janet. Isn't that right? This way before your time.
Yeah,
This would be like
idea.
my mom's time. Kathy and Janet, and they were all sisters and they sang.
Betsy Ann.
And my daddy, since there were 4 of us girls in the family, he would have loved for us to have been like the Lennon sisters. But alas, what?
I could see him being up for y'all being
Yes. Who is that? I know they're Deanne? Anyway, so there's all of this wonderfulness, and then here is someone's homemade folder. Is it making you sneeze? Oh, you're getting bored. This is someone's homemade, oh my, folder, and then it looks like it has movie stars in that. So, all right.
They all put their names on the back. It's like,
because this was a big deal.
yeah, I know. I could see those sisters or best friends going, you know, no, that one's mine. That one's mine.
This says, ooh, this says belong to Grace College. But see, I can remember my grandmother, oh my goodness, she'd be way over 100, but she had little paper dolls that she made out of scraps of wallpaper and magazine covers, and she kept it all in a little matchbox. And I still have that matchbox with all of her stuff in it, because you didn't just go get new toys all the time, I don't think. And some of these I think are older than me. So anyway, some of y'all won't understand. I know you won't understand, but some of y'all will know exactly. But don't you think people are sentimental and kind of have fun with different things? Well, I sure enjoyed showing you those. Thank you for being so kind to, I hope, leaving your TV turned on and looking at them all with me. So let me know, did y'all have paper dolls? Did you like dolls? Did you like Barbies? American Girl? Oh, goodness.
Do you remember those water babies that came out?
Yes, you filled the babies with water.
Oh, and they like jiggled and all.
Yes, it was supposed to make them more realistic. Yeah. Yeah, and Chatty Cathy. I told Hattie I had wanted a Chatty Cathy doll so bad because I had a little golden book there that was a story about Chatty Cathy, and it was a doll, and you pulled her string and she said stuff, and she had freckles across her nose, and I thought that was the most glorious thing, to be able to talk and to have freckles all across your nose. It was just more than I could stand. So
we had weird things growing up.
What do you mean we had weird things?
Like, do you remember that monkey? Because of your love for the Chatty Cathys and the this and the that and all,
no,
you would have things displayed on our bookshelves, and we had that funky monkey that was like...
Okay, but let me tell you about the funky monkey. The monkey, what your dad gave me, that was like one of the first gifts he ever gave me.
Why?
Because we were at a fair and he won that. He like knocked some bottles down, or he shot something.
It was terrifying as a kid.
And he brought me that monkey, and I still have it, and it'll still sit out. But I did go overboard through the years with a few things. It was like I almost tried to go back and recapture my childhood. And
which was one Barbie. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like you've gone...
Well, I just wanted the dolls that I wanted.
Yeah, you're like, I always wanted this when I was... 8. So now I have it now that I'm 50.
Okay, but do you know when I got rid of them and when I sold them all?
Was when Daddy spent too much at the Phoenix station.
No. No. It was in 1999.
For Daisy?
For Daisy's adoption. And you
sold a lot of stuff.
I sold I sold, I think, nearly every doll.
Like eBay, man. She was eBaying and finding stuff and turning around and selling collections of books and all kinds of stuff.
Well, we had to get Daisy home. But so it all, I enjoyed it, and then I was like, okay, I'm done with it. And these will end up in a garage sale. I'm not going to sit around and playing with them, but I did enjoy looking at them, and I like the artwork. I like the imagination and stuff.
And she uses things like that when she does certain craft projects. She may Mod Podge this or that on something. So
yes, I will say we had a piece of furniture. Do you remember? And I had taken
Mod Podged plenty of things.
Wedding paper dolls, and I decoupaged them all over the furniture, and I thought it was just wonderful.
Yeah.
And then I came to a point when I was like, this is not wonderful. It needs to go. So these will go. But anyway, that's what we had today. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of off the beaten track, but anyway, we talked. We had a good time. Y'all come back and see us next time. Bye.
Bye.
I can't believe you don't like all my stuff.
I mean, they're cute, and I get it. They're pretty. But I look at it and go, where are you going to store it? And then, to me, if something just sits on a shelf and you never appreciate it or enjoy it, then what's the point of having it?
Well, it's a piece of history.
As you sit in my room, that is my most cluttered room.
Yeah, well. Yeah, but you know what? Hattie's had a great time looking at all this stuff. And I don't know if Sky and Bria would enjoy it, but I wouldn't mind trying. And And then I will have got my money's worth from them, and I'll sell
Well,
them.
yeah, and Hattie has a magical time at your place because you do have little knickknacks that she doesn't have on a day-to-day. You know, it changes it up a little.
Yeah, it does. She's a good sport about it.
And she's like, I look like a teenager.
Practically.
And I said, don't say that.
Hold
This
on.
isn't fun. This isn't fun.
Did you start us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Quit yawning.
I need coffee or something.
Say hi, Melony
You bought a whole coffee yesterday and you never drank a sip of
and
it.
Molly.
I got some cold brew in a deal. Is that good in the grocery store? It says cold brew.
What kind? Is it vanilla? Is it black, sweetened, unsweetened? Is it a big container, small one?
We have 5 bottles of cold brew, like the big jugs in our fridge.
I keep about 4 containers, sometimes a few more than that.
Okay, is that like when you go through a drive-through for a latte?
No.
Oh, what is it like?
Well, there's different kinds of cold brew. There's like vanilla, there's sweetened, unsweetened, black, there's light versions.
I saw those. I think I've got a black plain.
I get stock, if that's the brand name, stock cold
Yeah.
brew, black unsweetened, and I mix it like, this much or so, kind of varies,
Yeah.
with my protein coffee shakes.
It may not be what I.
Well, if you don't
It
end up
hoped
wanting
for.
it, you can bring it to me and I'll mix it in with mine.